Hey guys, welcome back to Amped Freestyle Snowboarding. Now that we're a shop rider and now that we've gone back and done some pro challenges, it's time to move on to the next level.
Hey. Oh shit, new gear?
Oh, but first it's time to...
Oh yeah, new hat!
goggles!
Yeah!
Woo!
That's my dog! Alright, so, any new gear?
Oh yeah, because we are a pro rider, we get a few more snowboards. It is that blinking arrow to the right, which I do not see. So
Oh shit!
I'm scrolling through the default snowboards going like, look at these new snowboards, guys.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
First level of pro snowboards, the shop rider snowboards give you maybe like a stat boost for each one. Or maybe like no stat boost in one and 2 stat boosts in another. So now's the perfect time to talk about stats.
Stats!
Yeah. Stats are important. You put some in jump and you jump higher. Put some in spin, you spin long, will spin faster.
This has been another episode of Incentic
No.
Explains Basic Things.
Except that the speed stat, I feel, is almost worthless. Because there has been almost no point where I said, oh man, I'm too slow. I wish I was faster. It's almost always been the other way around. Where I went, oh my god, I'm careening past these things that I'm trying to work with. Or especially in the pro challenges.
I mean, you don't look like you're going particularly slow.
Yeah, especially in the pro challenges where they might do like 3 quick tricks off 3 quick things.
Now I got a question.
Yeah.
Have you seen what it's like with full speed?
No.
Okay, so is it possible that the speed stat doesn't do much at all?
I
Because I can't imagine how much faster they could have made this with full speed and said, yeah, that looks done. That looks good. Players will want to play like this. Because it's not like you can take points out of your speed stat after you've put them in, you know, so...
I mean, like, boards and the bindings might add extra speed things, but honestly, in the course of playing the game, I mean, we had a good discussion about the quality of the game last time, and even though I can handle the whole game, I would much rather put my points in everything else.
Yeah.
Even Switch, which, I mean, because Switch gives you constant
Extra
multiplier.
points,
yeah. Do a Switch, I mean, doing a Switch is basically, like, one of the ways to pass some of the later pro challenges. So, maybe, I mean, you can pick, like, Quick Run, which lets you pick one of the pros. And they've got different stats, and so I'll see if there's anyone who's, like, speed-oriented.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
I'm just thinking, like, how much could the speed stat do? Really, I mean, like, either it's gonna speed you up so much that you're gonna be ungodly fast, or it's not gonna speed you up much at all, which would be not helpful, but certainly wouldn't be harming your experience.
Yeah.
If it didn't speed you up that much, but then why would you waste your points on speed? Like, it's just with your character moving this fast naturally, there's no reason for there to be a speed stat at all.
The other stats, like balance, spinning, jumping, putting a good amount of points in it has noticeable increases.
Oh, okay, good.
I mean, like spinning, for example, a small amount of points in spinning and a large amount of points in spinning will be the difference between me, like, barely getting a front flip done in the first few episodes and me getting, like, double front flip 1080 in the last ones.
Okay.
Grinding is the difference between me, like, almost falling off after 20 feet and, well, actually, me suddenly, for no reason, falling off after 20 feet in the later videos.
Right.
You sat there and watched me play on the main file, and what was it, like I had spin maxed out, spin maxed out, jump maxed out, balance maxed out, speed at like 5 points,
you know,
and switch kind of up halfway.
Yeah, you know, I've said it before, and I feel like this is the game to bring it back. I was watching him play, and like I said before about some other games we've done, I had to remove my eyebrows from the back of my head because there were some really questionable falls. I mean, like, some of them were like, bump into a rock and then you crash, or you land improperly. But then some were like, especially with rails. The rails are the ones that really stun me, because it's like, he'll be riding a rail, and he'll be sort of off balance, and then this guy will just, like, flip out all over the place, and then just fall off the rail.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is he flipping out all over the place?
Every once in a while,
God knows,
you'll slightly lose your balance, correct a little bit, and your guy will just, like, move to face plant.
Right. He'll be like, oh, you wanted to face... Okay, yeah, and he'll just dive right for the snow.
Yeah.
We're making snow angels.
So also, I recorded these, I guess... Well, I recorded these... This was the last video I recorded before Thanksgiving break. So this is the last one I recorded for, like, a week and a half. And this is when I didn't know how rodeos and corkscrews worked, because again, there's a lot of things the game only seems to take notice of when you finally land. So I was thinking, like, every time I was trying, I was thinking I was just making me spin anyways.
Seriously, you're going so fucking fast.
Rodeos and corkscrews are actually very easy. Just hold diagonal. It doesn't look like you do one sometimes, but you do one.
Why didn't you get...
I think, like, either repeat or not as big of a trick. Well, the guy, like, spins, huh? Well, let's just get on a rail and spin, see how much he likes that.
Oh, he likes it a lot.
The sponsor things, you're not necessarily required to do the exact thing it asks for. I mean, I'm sure if we found a really long rail and we jumped on it and then we just stayed there, like, straight, but rode the whole thing, we'd get, like, a so-and-so, but the bar would fill up some.
Huh.
But it's, like, the penalty for not doing what the guy likes is enough that I stick to what the guy likes. Oh, the sponsored things are another reason that, like, the second third of the game, or, like, the middle of the game gets, like, really tough for some reason. I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, but, like, you do the sponsor events, and they start never really liking anything you're doing. And when they like it, the bar maybe goes up, like, half of a bit. You remember? Like, I did some big trick, and you were like, wow, he didn't like that at all.
Right, you'd get, like, 20,000 points, and he'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Whereas in these first few levels, you do, like
10,000
like a
points
540, and the bar jumps halfway up. Right. And then in the last levels, you do something the guy likes, and the bar jumps halfway up again.
Right, it's like right in the middle, they have these levels where... Well, see, what I was saying, and I'll kind of... It's not really a spoiler. The back half of the last part of the game, when doing tricks that they like, jumps the bar halfway up again. What I was saying to you then was that maybe it's because the levels are bigger and there's, like, bigger gaps between places to do tricks. But to be honest, that's a pretty bullshit reason for it to play like that. I mean, in this part of the game, there's plenty of places to do tricks if you can see them coming, because your guy's in the fucking way. But, like, when you get to the middle of the game, I don't know, like, it's still way harder than it ought to be.
Yeah, I mean, the very first level is Brighton 1, this is Brighton 2, so there's really only 5 or 6 areas that both have a main level and then an extension.
Okay.
And 2 of the areas which we have not seen yet, I mean, we've seen Brighton, Snow Summit, Gunny's Gulch, which the sponsorship areas are special. You don't go back to those. So we've really only seen 2 of the areas.
Right.
And so 2 of the other ones are bad for individual reasons. One, because one of them is just so big, with so few opportunities, and the other for a variety of reasons. We'll get there. So, I mean, the sponsor events are riding back down the level. I'm thinking of maybe future episodes just having kind of a montage.
Yeah, because there's a lot
Sorry, I keep...
No,
if you're coming to these for tips, find jumps, do the corkscrews, do the rodeos, because he likes off-axis tricks. Keep finding jumps on the way down.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any particular, like, really hard one, I can maybe leave that one in.
So do rodeos and corkscrews count for spins and flips?
I believe so. I mean, they're a combination of them.
Because it seems like because it seems like corkscrews and roadie are pretty much the way to go.
Yeah.
For most of the game.
Yeah, they get you more points, and then if you've done too many and you're starting to get divisors instead of multipliers, as you put it, then just do a double backflip or a double front flip.
Right.
Or like a 1080.
And then you can go back to
bread
and butter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Insetic Strats right there. That's just those are the skills you need for Amped.
Scott S, the Dragon Legend.
Scott S.
Insetic 47, the Swaggin Legend.
The Smash and Face Legend.
Yeah.
So, okay. That happened. Did you just bounce off that rail?
Yeah. Rails are your best friend and your worst enemy. Your
that
best
happened.
friend, because like the game literally gets a hard-on for having you grind gondola wires in the last half. And your worst enemy, because if you hit them with anything except your board, you go flying and you're going to crash 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to like right your guy in midair. I know we talked about this, but like
I thought there was.
How sick would it be to like bounce off a gondola line, like flip out and then correct yourself,
only on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the time it'll do something like that, and I'll land it, and it'll look sick. I mean, I'm not expecting the game to understand I actually did a front flip.
Yeah, you're not expecting the game to.
But I'm expecting.
Damn, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to be able to like hit a button so that I don't like just automatically crash.
Yeah.
So the guy likes tweaked grabs, find jumps, do tweaks. You start off the game with like every tweak for the A button tricks. So do those if you haven't done any pro ones yet.
So, I think I said this before, but I'll say it again. This game just seems like these levels just seem so bland. There's so much open space between these jumps. I mean, the fact that they have that much open space is great because you're moving so fucking fast. But like, I mean, like look at this. You're just waiting for like. I mean, again, we talked about this before. You have to kind of plan your tricks ahead of time, and that hasn't changed in your time playing it. You really do have to kind of plan ahead what you're gonna do. And if you're gonna have to plan ahead to do all of this stuff, then I guess it's good that they have space between the jumps. But like, that just seems like a stupid way to do things overall. Like, it's like you're fixing the problem by introducing more boringness. Like, the problem being, the players can't just go off a jump and do what they feel like on the fly. They have to plan out their strategy. So what's our solution to that? Instead of making it so... Wow. What the fuck was that?
If I knew, I wouldn't be restarting.
I guess that's true.
I mean, again, it's kind of a different mood when you're just like on your own, free ride, not trying to do these challenges. And I mean, I guess you could enter the cheat codes for unlock all levels and max stats.
But I mean, that's not...
I mean, most of what
the
game is should be, trying these things out.
They put time and effort into making levels and characters, but they also put time and effort into coming up with challenges and putting jumps where specifically they wanted to put jumps so that you could accomplish those challenges. And if you're not going through for the challenges, then it's hardly a Let's Play, honestly.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna go right through that barricade?
There was a gap in it.
That's not a good reason to go through. They probably barricaded it for safety reasons.
Yeah.
And again, they do have jumps and shit all over the place. And the pros go through.
Yeah. I'm trying to pay attention to these multipliers now that we've kind of talked about them. It's not something you can do while playing.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to pay attention now.
Which is precisely why you need some consistency with the multipliers.
Need 9,000, double front flip gets you 12,000, and then you get maybe a
2,000 extra.
2,000 extra. And I mean, there I just didn't jump. Well,
the game,
according to the game, didn't jump. Got 500 points.
Yep.
Which was enough to push me over.
And then
I mean, I've got this anyway. I can miss 3 things, and I've only missed 2, so...
Right.
honestly, anytime a pro gets on a rail, except for in one level, anytime a pro gets on a rail, that is an instant you have beaten that specific trick.
Because they don't do much.
They don't do spins, they don't do tail presses. It's when they get in the air and you've had like 4 air jumps in a row, so you've done a corkscrew something, you've done a double backflip something. It's then when you're like fighting for every little point and wondering how you can get more.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
So we're finished up with Brighton. I mean, we're this early on and we've done its 2 sections.
Yeah.
So we're not coming back until much later when we can access a few more of the challenges.
Game.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
I'm so pumped for the next level.
Yeah. Is the next level what I think it is?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I think it might be.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But we'll see you guys next time on Amped Freestyle Snowboarding. I hope you're still, hope you're at least kind of enjoying the game.
I saw the booklet for the game in the game case, and I thought you had 2 copies. And I was like, why do you have 2 copies? All right. See you guys next time.